The following is a presentation of PH Athletics. We welcome you to Pascack Hills High School in Montvale, where tonight we bring you the second of many games that we expect to bring to you for Pascack Hills baseball in 2025. And this one, the league opener for the Broncos and for the visitors, the Riverdale Golden Hawks. Hello, everybody. I'm Matthew Merlino. Thank you for joining us on this Wednesday afternoon. It is sunny out, a little chilly, but as long as the wind stays away, we should be just fine with it. Hills has gotten off to a little bit of a poor start. Their first week, they played 4 games, lost 3, won just 1, a 12-1 Mercy victory against Tenafly. The losses coming 11-5 to Northern Highlands in the opener, 12-2 the day after against St. Joe's, and then on Saturday it was a 12-5 loss for the Broncos as they took on Passaic Valley. Today, for the second time this year, Kyle Wenkes will be the starting pitcher, the junior, recovering from Tommy John surgery. He had a somewhat okay performance in his first game of the season. That was the opener against Northern Highlands. It was a very poor fourth inning after Wenkes had come out. That did not do any favors to Pascack Hills. For Riverdale, what a difference a year makes. Last year, 6th in the league. They were 7-19 overall, had just 1 league win. This year, the Hawks are flying high, a 3-0 record. This is their league opener, including, and you're hearing this right, on April the 1st at Dwight Morrow, a 32-7 victory down in Englewood. Yes, you heard that right. 32-7. They also had a 4-1 win in their home opener against Paramus Catholic and a 6-0 shutout win at Ridgefield Park to end a wonderful first week for Coach Dennis Sasso and the Riverdale squad. They are led this time by pitcher Alex Silverstein, who is only a freshman. He's made 1 career performance, and that came in the opener, I believe. He pitched 4 innings, let up just 2 hits, and in that only appearance, 66 pitches, he has a 1.75 ERA. We're ready to go. Leading off is Jordan Melachi, the junior who is playing second base for the Hawks. And so we are set for some baseball in Montvale on this Wednesday. Unfortunately, this will be the last I see you as Malachi hits one, potentially fair, but Joe Napolitano will let it fly foul for an 0-1 count. And as I was saying, unfortunately, this is the last time I'll be seeing you for about a week and a half now. I've got some spring break plans, so I have to attend to those, it seems. Second pitch. A ball, it looks like. Actually, I believe he called that a strike. So the 0-2 from Wenkes, a little low. So we have a 1-2 count on Malachi. The Hills lineup will get to you in just a moment as Wenkes throws one outside for an even 2-2 count and prepares for his next pitch. His catcher today, junior Jake Zabo, as always. The 2-2 is hit in the infield. Dean Lauricella, the third baseman, comes over and makes the catch. And that will bring up for Riverdale Mason Nagel, the left fielder, the senior, wearing number 1. And as I was saying, the infielders for Hills with Jake Zabo, the catcher, and Kyle Wenkes, the pitcher. Emerson Cho is at second. First base today is manned by the senior Corey Ginsberg. At short, it is Kyle Marquise, the junior. And at third, the senior Lauricella. First pitch from Wenkes to Nagel looked like a strike to me. And that one outside, so 1-1. And the outfielders for Hills, if we can get them to you. In left, Joe Napolitano today. High over Nagel's head, 2-1 count. In center, as always, is Eddie Mulligan, and Eddie will bat today. He'll be the 9th batter in the lineup. And over in right, batting second today, is John Giantonio. Wenkes is leading off. There's a fly ball Mulligan's way. He'll come up and make the grab. So we have 2 away in the first 2 batters for Wenkes against Riverdale as the wind picks up here. So we try to keep my notes under control. The 3rd batter, number 14, the junior catcher, Nathan Silverstein. I believe they call him Nate. And that one in there, 0-1. 0-1 from Wank, swing and a miss. Looking for a 1-2-3 inning, his second start of the season, Kyle Wankes. Let's see, the 0-2. Oh, he just called it a ball. Everybody from Hills was ready to head back to the dugout, but it is now a 1-2 count. Batter, as we said, Nate Silverstein, the catcher. And that one just a bit outside, maybe a little more, 2-2. The 2-2, check the swing. So it's a 3-2 count, full count here for Kyle Wankes. And there's a high fly ball, grounder, it'll be a base hit. Mulligan gets there, but he is able to turn to a 2-out double for Nate Silverstein. And now it brings up the cleanup hitter, the first baseman, junior Jaden Thomas. Thomas batting just 167. He is 1 for 6 so far this season. As we said, this is the league opener, and the catcher Silverstein pinch ran for by the looks of it to me. The pinch runner is the sophomore Jaden Kim. He wears number 13. This is Thomas at the plate. The first pitch from Wankes called a strike. A 1 in there once again. And so Riverdale in the top of the first, down to their final strike. Kim leading at second. The 0-2 fouled off. Due up for Hills in the bottom of the first. Wankes leading off. Giantonio now batting second, and third is Emerson Cho, the second baseman. There's a pop fly over to Napolitano. He makes the catch, and we go to the middle of the first scoreless. Only a double for Riverdale to get things underway in the first frame. Wankes coming to the plate as we get ready to get the bottom of the first underway here in Montvale. The pitcher, as we said, for Riverdale, the freshman Alex Silverstein. And he, in 4 innings and 66 pitches, has amassed a 1.75 ERA throughout his first season at Riverdale High School. The first batter he will face is Kyle Wankes from Hills. Last year had a .567 batting average. And this season he has continued that streak, although let up a bit slightly. He's at .400, but it is still early, and he'll have a base hit to lead off here for Hills. And that will bring up the second batter in this Hills lineup. Today, John Giantonio gets to bat second. Usually he bats seventh, but there have been significant lineup changes overall for Hills, so Giantonio moves up to the 2 slot. The catcher today for Riverdale and for his brother is Nate Silverstein, catching his freshman brother Alex Silverstein as Giantonio bunts down the first baseline, and Silverstein cannot make the play. It is a base hit for Giantonio. He advances both himself and Wankus and will bring up with no outs Emerson Cho. Next up for Hills, the DH today is Anthony Blackford. He'll bat cleanup. And fifth is Corey Ginsberg today, the first baseman. Here's Cho, though. The infield for Riverdale, if we can get it to you, Jaden Thomas at first. At second, Jordan Malachi. At third, Alex Pascal. And at short, David Nunez. Get you the outfield after this pitch, which is high and outside. So the Golden Hawk outfield in left, senior Mason Nagel. In center, junior Milo Tarascio. And in right, the senior Chris Kelm. That one looked like in there, so I believe we are facing a 1-1 count. This for the junior Emerson Cho. And he has Kyle Wankus in scoring position. Wankus has 4 runs this year. Cho has 4 RBIs. And it looks like he'll be facing a 1-2 count. None out. Giantonio at first, Wankus at second. Here's the pitch, fouled off. The 1-2. High fly ball. That'll be foul as well. A 1-2 count after the foul ball for Cho. The pitch from Silverstein. Swing and a miss. And so Cho will head back to the dugout, and that will bring up Anthony Blackford, who is the cleanup hitter and has a chance to bring in Wankus from second. If he can, he so far this year 4 for 9, has 2 RBIs. And that one dropped. Wankus and Giantonio will advance. A mistake from the junior Nate Silverstein causing the issue, it seems. It's a 1-0 count for Blackford, with now 2 runners in scoring position, and AB takes that one inside. 2-0. Ground ball gets through. Wankus and Giantonio waved home, and it is an RBI single, a 2 RBI single for Anthony Blackford. The Pascack Hills Broncos with an early lead over Riverdale, 2-0. 1 away, and Blackford on first as Corey Ginsberg now comes to the plate. And we'll get a stoppage here, as it looks like the Riverdale head coach, Dennis Sasso. No, that's Coach Evans with Blackford. Everybody congregating. Perhaps EB got hurt. It looks like the trainer's out there, but I'm not sure what he got hurt on. And he's going to stay out. So now Ginsburg comes to the plate with Dean Lauricella on deck. 3 seniors batting 4th, 5th, and 6th. Ginsburg takes one outside. Rowdy dugout today for Hills. That one in there, 1-1 count. And here's the 1-1. That one a bit high, so a 2-1 count for Ginsburg and for the Riverdale pitcher, Alex Silverstein. The pitch outside, 3-1 for Ginsburg. So far this year, 2 for 9. And both of those 2 were singles. And he'll take a walk. Blackford on second, Ginsburg on first, and a conference between catchers and pitcher. And it looks like Coach Dennis Sasso will join in. It was a quick one, only the bottom of the first and all, and Alex Silverstein will stay on the mound. We said conversation between pitcher and catcher, but it's also a conversation between brothers today with Silverstein, the pitcher, and Alex Silverstein, I should say, the pitcher, and Nate Silverstein, his older brother, the catcher. That one just a bit high, it looks like. So a 1-0 count here for Dean Lauricella, the senior. Swing and a miss for Lauricella, 1-1. And he fouls this one off to make it a 1-2 count. Ground ball, foul down the first base line, 1-2 for Lauricella. And that one in the dirt. Catcher had a small problem, but was able to pick it up in time to make sure Blackford and Ginsburg stayed where they are, with AB at second and Corey at first. Swing and a miss for Lauricella, and his first varsity at-bat ends with a strikeout. There's 2 away, as now it will be Kyle Marquise, who it seems swapped places with John Giantonio. Marquise usually batted second, if my memory serves me correctly, and Giantonio would bat 7th, but now it's Marquise 7th and Giantonio 2nd today. Here's the first pitch from Silverstein, and it's inside on Marquise. Second pitch in there for a strike, 1-1. That one in there, 1-2 count for Marquise, and Silverstein trying to send Riverdale back to the dugout, only down 2-0 in the bottom of the first. Pitch outside, 2-2. On deck for Hills, if he gets the chance to bat, is the catcher Jake Szabo. And this at-bat extended with the 2-2 foul ball from Kyle Marquise. Big 2-2 pitch for Silverstein here. 2 away. In there. Strike 3. End of the first inning. Hills able to get 2 runs. And they're up by 2 in their league opener against Riverdale. White is still on the mound. We get set for the top of the second. And it will be the 5th batter in the lineup for Riverdale, David Nunez, junior shortstop, who gets us back underway. He'll take ball 1, a curveball outside. A 1-0 from Wankus in there, 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2 for Nunez to lead off the second. Due up the pitcher, Alex Silverstein. Ground ball over to Lauricella's way, and he makes the play. Out number 1. And as we were saying, on deck now batting for Riverdale is the pitcher, Alex Silverstein, and now on deck is the junior third baseman for the Hawks, Michael Porco. One out early. Here's Silverstein facing the first pitch from Wankus, and that one just inside. That one in there. 1-1, looks like on the inside edge. Wankus got another one, 1-2. Swing and a miss, 2 out early, and a strikeout for Kyle Wankus. So now it'll be Michael Porco. That one just low. The first pitch from Wankus to Porco. Second pitch fouled off, so we have a 1-1 count. Here comes the pitch. In there, 1-2. Just missed the 1-2-3 inning in the first. He's a strike away from the 1-2-3 in the second. Let's see if he gets it. Ground ball. It's going to get through. Mulligan there, announcer Jinx, and a base hit for Porco. I should just shut my mouth. It is Milo Terraccio. I believe I'm pronouncing that right. SCI in Italian makes the she sound, and I've got that on my mind for some reason. Szabo drops this one, but Porco does not advance. So a 1-0 count. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing, but again, this is a center fielder. He is junior Milo Terraccio. And it looks like we have a 2-0 count. The pitch. He did swing, I believe. So we have a 2-1 count. He checked it, but checked it a little too late. On deck for Riverdale, their ninth batter, the right fielder, Chris Kelm. That one looked like it was just over the plate. 2-2. And that one fouled off. Wind today is light. I'm sure you can hear the feedback from it over the mic a little bit. If it does make a difference, and I don't think it will, it's a crosswind anyway. Zabo has to dive for that one. And we have a full count now, 3-2. And that one inside, ball 4. So there's runners on first and second for Riverdale with 2 away. And it's Chris Kelm, the ninth batter in the Hawk lineup, who comes to the plate. First pitch to Kelm. Outside, ball 1. Kelm has 3 RBIs this year. He's 3 for 11 so far in 25. Has a 1-0 count. Now a 2-0 count. The 2-0 from Wenkus fouled off. Here's the pitch. And based on the reaction, I believe it is a 3-1 count now for Wenkus. Ground ball could send us back. It is Marquise who picks it up but can't get to the bag in time. The bases are loaded. For the first batter in the Riverdale lineup, Jordan Malachi. And now Coach Evans comes to the mound to talk with his pitcher and his team. Jordan Malachi at the plate, Kyle Wenkus on the mound, 3 runners on. The bases are loaded for Riverdale. First pitch to Malachi, looks like a strike. So far this season, as we get a ball, 1-1. So far this season, Malachi with 3 RBIs. He's tied for fourth, I should say, in that department for Riverdale. Has a chance to get his 4th and maybe his 5th of the season right now. Has a 2-1 count. The first runner is Michael Porco. Second base occupied by Milo Terraccio. Third occupied by Chris Kelm. 2-2 for Wenkus. Had 2 early outs. Has since had 3 hits. 2 hits plus a walk, I should say. The bases are loaded now, but Riverdale down to their last strike. Down 2 runs. It's a ball. We're ready. They're antsy in the outfield. They're antsy everywhere right now. And this is just the top of the second. That's how good this Big North Patriot division is in many sports, but especially in baseball. Strike 3! Wenkus gets the strikeout. It was Malachi ready to go to first, but he won't get that chance. Riverdale stays scoreless 2-0 at the middle of the second for Pascack Hills. Bottom of the second, Jake Zabo up to bat, first pitch outside. And here's the 1-0, swing and a miss for Zabo. 1-1. The 1-1 to Zabo in there, 1-2. High fly ball, but foul for the catcher. And here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, but a drop third strike. And they will get Zabo. So now Eddie Mulligan comes to the plate. Usually he is designated hit for. But today that goes to Joe Napolitano. And so Mulligan will bat last in this Hills lineup. Quick pitch, a little low, it looks like 1-0. That one a bit low as well, 2-0. And that one in the dirt. So by my count, 3 straight balls for Silverstein. The 3-0 in the dirt again, so there must have been a strike somewhere, 3-1. And that one must be a full count because that one was very much inside. 3-2. Swing and a miss for Mulligan. And a quick 2 outs for Riverdale. Top of the order, Kyle Wankus to the plate. That one low. And that one high and outside, so a 2-0 count. Wankus ahead early. That one outside. And again, the count very much unofficial, 3-0. And he'll take 4 straight balls, Wankus takes the 2-out walk and gets to first to bring up John Giantonio, who, if you remember back to that Tenafly game that we covered, had the de facto walk-off home run to end the game by Mercy, final there 12-1. And that was right in front of us. Giantonio takes a 1-0 count here. Runner goes. Wankus sliding. He did not get him. It was close, but he didn't get it. Still 2 away. Wankus now at second. And I believe we have a 2-0 count. That one high. 3-0 right now. Very well could be 2-1. And it looks like it was 2-1, but now it's 3-1. That one looked like a called strike, so 3-2. Here comes the pitch. Called strike 3. John was ready to go, but just as it was in the top of the second, we end the second inning with no scores. It's still 2-0 Pascack Hills. Top of the third, ready to get underway here, and it is Mason Nagel, the left fielder, to begin. That one dropped. One 0 count. Pitch in there. 1-1. Nice breaking ball. 1-2. For Wenkus, pitching to Nagel. Batting next on deck, Nathan Silverstein. Nagel hits one over to Giantonio. He turns the Jets on and makes the catch. So there's one away. And now Alex Silverstein, the pitcher, to the plate. On deck, Jaden Thomas, the first baseman. Swing and a miss for Silverstein. Second pitch, 1-1 after a ball. That one in there, 1-2. In the dirt, even count. Just outside. Pitch hit on a fly ball Mulligan's way, and he'll make the catch over in right center. 2 away. And now it will be Jaden Thomas. Got one. And there's a fly ball, has a good chance. It'll be another 2-out base hit and maybe 2. Mulligan at the wall. He'll throw it, reaches Marquise, the cutoff man, but it is another 2-out double for Jaden Thomas this time. And now the junior shortstop, David Nunez. Same situation as last inning. Nunez fouls this one off. Just past 5 o'clock on this chilly Wednesday. It's getting a little colder, but the sun is helping. And we have a 1-1 count here for Nunez, with Jaden Thomas on second for Riverdale, and it'll be a 2-1 count. Got strike two, 2-2 now. That one just inside. Wind picking up pretty good right now, 3-2. Big pitch for Wenkes, 2 out, 3-2. Ground ball. Getting through. Marquise tried to make the play. Rounding third and coming home is Jaden Thomas. And the runner safe at second was the former batter, that being David Nunez. A wonderful turn of events for Riverdale. They've cut the lead to 1. There's still 2 away, and there's still a runner on second. Swing and a miss here for Silverstein. That's Alex Silverstein. So we have an 0-1 count here. Swing and a miss again. Big pitch, 0-2. In the dirt, Nunez stays at second. 1-2 count. Still Wenkes a strike away. And he'll get it. Swinging strikeout for Silverstein. But Riverdale does get on the board, 2-1 at the middle of the third. Emerson Cho gets things started here in the bottom of the third inning. And he'll foul his first pitch off. Now let's give you the happenings yesterday, today, and tomorrow in Hills Sports. Yesterday, boys tennis with a loss to Bergen Tech as Cho takes strike 2 swinging. The only winner for the Broncos was Jake Polsky, the senior. Pitch outside, 1-2. Boys lacrosse, we brought to you their first win of the season against Dwight Englewood in their league opener, 16-6, the final there. And girls lacrosse taking their first loss of the season. Great play here from Silverstein to get Cho in time, and so there's 1 away. And that'll bring up Blackford. As we were saying, girls lacrosse unfortunately taking their first loss of the season, a 12-0 loss at Ramsey. Today, along with this league opener for baseball, a league game for softball at Riverdale, a league game or a league match, I should say, for boys tennis at Ramsey, and boys golf for Hills in the tournament down at Fairleigh Dickinson. Tomorrow, boys golf taking on Paramus, baseball taking on Emerson, girls lacrosse at Waldwick, softball with a game against Mawa as Blackford takes strike 1. And boys lacrosse at Park Ridge. We unfortunately taking the next week and a half off. Swing and a miss for Blackford, 0-2, I believe. And it will be a big week for baseball. They play here against Riverdale. They'll play tomorrow against Emerson Borough, and then they'll take on Cliffside Park on Friday. So 3 games in 3 days. The Cliffside Park one is down there. Big strikeout here for Silverstein. 2 away. The batter now, Corey Ginsberg. Fly ball. Ground ball. A base hit. And Ginsberg going for 2. He will get there. 2 out. Double for Corey Ginsberg. And here comes Dean Lauricella. Inside, ball 1. That one inside as well. The 2-0 from Silverstein. Chopper down the first base line, foul. Pitch. Another ball, 3-1. And a called strike. Full count, 3-2. High fly ball over here. Catch is made by Milo Terraccio, and we end the third. Still a 2-1 Hills advantage. Back top of the 4th. And this is a strike, first of all. Trying to find to who. Strike 2. Ground ball. Marquise coming over, makes the throw, but it's too late. So a base hit to get things started for Riverdale. First pitch from Wenkus, a bunt. Throw made to first. Advancing is Milo Terraccio. So now it's Jordan Malachi. That one outside. 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1 now. Good pitch, but a little outside, so 2-1 now the count. High fly ball over to Giantonio. It'll go foul off of the fence. 2-2 the count. Swing and a miss. And Wenkus gets the strikeout on Malachi. Two away. To the plate now, I believe Mason Nagel. Actually, I believe this is Malachi. The runner on second is Michael Porco. There's still two away. That one a bit low. Believe we have a 1-1 count. Missed a pitch. Line drive, it will be fair and into center, trying to tie Porco. He is safe. And an RBI double it will end up for Jordan Malachi. We are tied at 2. So Malachi at second, 2 away, and up comes Mason Nagel for real now, the left fielder. And this one, Szabo will pick it up, rockets over. Ginsberg cannot make the catch, and coming home safe is Malachi, and Riverdale takes a 3-2 lead. Everything worked out perfectly for Riverdale on that play. So now Nate Silverstein at the plate. Pick off, not in time, not caught. Nice breaking ball. 0-1. That one inside. So we have a 1-1 count. That one inside as well. But it caught the edge, 1-2. 2 away. Wenkus in his 4th inning after starting. Pitching to Mason Nagel. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Drop third strike. But they will call it off. And we go to the middle of the 4th with a Riverdale lead for the first time in this game, 3-2. Kyle Marquez to begin the bottom of the 4th. Takes ball 1 high. And fouls this one off to even up the count at 1. Last pitch was outside for a 2-1 count. This one inside 3-1. Both starters have extended into their respective fourth innings. Marquise with a base hit, 3 Riverdale players converging, but it will still be a leadoff single for Wankus, or Marquise, sorry, I got the Kyles mixed up, here in the bottom of the fourth. And now it is Jake Szabo at the plate. Bunt, foul. Bunt again. This one foul again. So we have an 0-2 count. And Szabo chooses to hit this one. It will be a base hit getting through to right. And he and Kyle Marquise will both advance. So Marquise on second, Szabo at first. And now at the plate, Eddie Mulligan. Bunt here, foul from Mulligan. Mulligan steps back in. Bunts again. This one stays fair. They'll throw to first and get Eddie. But both Noah Lefkowitz, who's pinch run for Szabo, and Kyle Marquise advance to scoring position with one away. And now Kyle Wankus at the plate with the potential to do some damage. And we'll get a little break. Silverstein stays on the mound with runners at second and third. Kyle Marquise at second. Noah Lefkowitz at, Marquise at third. Lefkowitz at second. And a 1-0 count for Kyle Wankus at the plate. Wankus will look at strike one. That one inside. 2-1. There's some action in the Hills bullpen with Corey Ginsberg. We'll see if he comes on in the top of the fifth. Wankus with the base hit. And it looks like he'll bring in one. Lefkowitz stumbling around third. Running home, getting down. He's safe. At least I think he was safe. Not sure. No, he was out. Thought I saw a safe. Another blunder. But we are tied at 3 because Marquise came home in front of him. And Wankus is at first. with John Giantonio batting. Coach Evans talking with the umpire after the call. And here is Giantonio. 2 away, runner on first, tie ball game at 3 in the bottom of the 4th. High fly ball from Giantonio. He got too much under it, and the catch made by Terraccio in center. So we end the 4th inning all tied up, 3-3. New pitcher for the Broncos, that is Corey Ginsberg, as Kyle Wenkes and Ginsberg swap. Wenkes goes to first and Ginsberg to the mound. So far, only has 23 pitches this season and has 2 strikeouts in those 23 pitches. And it looks like we're ready to get back underway. Fouled off. To begin. And a check swing, but a called strike to make it 0-2. That one a little low. So 1-2 now the count. And that one outside 2-2. Ground ball down the first base line. Wenkes picks it up and makes the play. 1 away. That one just inside. 1-0. Nearly swung. Checked at the last second. 2-0. Swing and a miss. 2-1. High fly ball over to Giantonio, who makes the catch, and there's 2 away. Got him. Strike 1. That one Outside, 1-1. Now the count. That one in the dirt. Szabo with some trouble making the catch. 2-1 count now. Ginsburg's first inning on the mound. In the dirt once again. 3-1. That one fouled off. 3-2. Dropped. I believe it is a 3-2 count. Swing and a miss. Ginsburg sends Hills back to the dugout, still tied at the middle of the fifth. Potential for a big bottom of the fifth here for Hills. New Riverdale pitcher, sophomore Mike DeGroat. And there is a line drive base hit to start the bottom of the fifth. A big base hit there from John Giantonio. And now it will be Emerson Cho. Sorry, it is Cho. Ground ball, chance for a double play. They get one, they get two. Two out. And a big double play for Riverdale as Corey Ginsburg comes to the plate. Now the pitcher. Breaking ball from DeGroat. Called strike one. Second pitch, swinging strike, 0-2. And that one fouled back. High fly ball for Ginsburg at the wall. Home run! They call it a homer. Corey Ginsburg. And that will be controversial. It was right along the foul pole. But Ginsburg, with a solo shot, gives Hills a 4-3 lead. A little bit of controversy in Montvale today. Now batting, Eddie Mulligan. That one a bit high. And high again, 2-0. Another line drive, and it will be a base hit. Perhaps two. Dean Lauricella with a double. And now Kyle Marquise after this conference with Mike DeGroat. It was a quick conference, it seems, and so Marquise comes to the plate. Low on the first pitch. Second one, ground ball, picked up, and we go to the end of the fifth. A controversial home run for Corey Ginsberg puts Pascack Hills up 4-3 with 2 innings to play. Top sixth, back in Montvale. 4-3 Hills lead. Back and forth, Patriot Division opener for both teams, Riverdale and Pascack Hills. They were supposed to meet on Monday, but that game rained out and rescheduled to later in the season. Check swing, 1-1 anyway. Ground ball, nice sliding catch from Cho. It's a line drive, looked like it was going to be a grounder, but did not reach the floor. Ginsberg still on the mound after a good top of the fifth, looking to continue that. And just as I say that, throws probably his worst pitch of this outing in the dirt, about 5 feet before the plate. 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1. That one a little low. So 2-1 now the count. High fly ball, catchable though. Giantonio cannot get there in time, and it is a base hit for Milo Terraccio with 1 away. And here is Chris Kelm. Swing and a miss. Another swinging strike for Ginsberg on Kelm. The 0-2 in the dirt. 1-2, Terraccio stays at first. Swing and a miss. A big strikeout for Ginsburg. 2 away. To the top of the Riverdale order with Jordan Malachi. Called strike one. Big breaking pitch from Ginsburg there. Pick off, not in time on Terratio. Runner going, ground ball to second, and Marquise can't handle it, rockets it over, but he's safe. Malachi at first, and Terratio safe at second. And it's Mason Nagel who now comes to the plate. He'll take ball one. Curveball, strike one. In the dirt. Two-one count here for Nagel. 2 away, 2 on. And this one will be a base hit. Trying to tie is Terratio, and he will. And Nagel able to get to second. Malachi finds his way to third. We are back level at 4. And now Evans and the Hills crew will take a bit of a break. Back in Montvale, tie ball game, but a chance that could change. Cho slides, makes the throw, and we will stay tied at the middle of the 6th, level at 4. Back in the bottom of the 6th inning now. First pitch here from Mike DeGroat, who's still on the mound. It's a strike. So by my count, 0-1. Curveball high, 1-1. High fly ball, catchable though, and it will be Terratio making the catch. 1 away. That was Zabo on the flyout. Now this is Eddie Mulligan. Swing and a miss. Check the swing, 1-1. And that pitch high. 2-1 count now. Ground ball, base hit. A big base hit for Hills and for Eddie Mulligan. And now here's Kyle Wankus. That one in the dirt, from DeGroat. And another low one. 2-0. Two and one. That one outside. Looks like a 3-1 count here. This pitch, ball 4. So runners on first and second with Wankus taking the walk, and now John Giantonio comes to the plate. Giantonio fouls pitch number 1 off. So we have an 0-1 count here. It's Mulligan at second, Wankus at first. High, 1-1. That one high as well. So we have a 2-1 count now. It's a nice hit for Giantonio. Mulligan will be out at third, but that's just 2. And John will get to first. Wankus is at second. And up comes Emerson Cho. First pitch high. 1-0. Cho trying to break the tie. Second pitch is high as well. 2-0 now the count. High fly ball for Cho. It's got a chance. It's gone! A 3-run home run for Emerson Cho. I think they got the new bats. How about that? Two home runs for Hills today. Ginsburg with the first one, but this one had no doubt. Emerson Cho, 3-run home run. Nearly dead center. And here's Anthony Blackford, still 2 away. That one outside, 1-0. And another high fly ball for Blackford, but this one's catchable. And we end the 6th just after that huge home run from Cho. 1 inning left. Riverdale needs to score 3 to keep us going. Top of the 7th. Riverdale needs 3 runs or the game is over. Corey Ginsburg with a chance to finish it out after coming on for Kyle Wenkus in the top of the 5th inning. Ball 1. That one just outside as well. 2-0. Ground ball could get through. Marquise, it bounces into his face. Could be a double if they don't get there in time, but Napolitano comes in and will keep this at a single for Jaden Thomas. And Coach Evans comes out to check on Marquise. No worries, no reason even for a break. They're all pretty tough. Ginsburg on the mound. That was Thomas who got the base hit. Now it is David Nunez. That one low, so a 1-0 count. And that one in the dirt as well, but Thomas stays at first. Want to wish all of our Hills sports teams good luck over the next week and a half as we take our break. And we hope that you'll come to our fields here in Montvale and see them in person as they play. By my count, it's a 3-0 count. Ginsburg against, this is Nunez. Got a strike here, 3-1. Fouled off, 3-2. Ground ball over to Marquise. Bounce. Got it. One. Can't get the second. But Thomas is out at second base. So there's one away and a man on first. So Nunez is at first after the single. And Silverstein, Alex Silverstein, that is at the plate. Dropped from Szabo. Nunez stays. That one in there. Strike one. Chopper. Marquise coming over. It gets through. Nunez trying around second. Rocket to third is off target and late. So there are runners on the corners now. Nunez at third. Silverstein at first. And the batter is Michael Porco. First pitch, check the swing, 1-0. One out. Inside. That one a called strike. 2-1 now. Line drive will be a base hit. One run's going to score. And Silverstein will have to stay at third, but it's another base hit for Porco, and the lead is now at 2. We will take a break. 7-5, the score line. This is Milo Terraccio. One out, runners on the corners. Terraccio swings and misses. Ground ball. Foul down the first base line, 0-2. Nice breaking ball, but called it just high, it seems. 1-2. Ground ball, a little chopper. Lauricella with the throw, one away. Run did score, 2 away, I should say. And so we have a 1-run game, 7-6. It's Chris Kelm at the plate. They are down to their final out. And the tying run is at second base right now. That one in the form of senior Tim Otto, who's pinch running. At the plate, Kelm. In the dirt, 1-0. Line drive, base hit, could tie it. Otto coming home, throw from Giantonio. Safe! We're tied at 7. Chris Kelm with a 2-out RBI double to tie this game. We're even at 7 in the top of the 7th, and we'll get another timeout. Hills has made a pitching change. It is John Giantonio on the mound now. Corey Ginsberg goes back to first. Cho stays at second. Wankus is at short. And I believe Lauricella has stayed at third. Kyle Marquise moves to left field. Center is now Eddie Mulligan, stays as Eddie Mulligan. And right, replacing Giantonio, is Napolitano. It's a bit cold out here. Top of the 7th, all tied at 7. Runner at second is Chris Kelm. The batter is Jordan Malachi. He takes ball 1. Nice strike from Giantonio, 1-1. Szabo has to move, 2-1. That one a bit low, 3-1 count. Jordan Malachi at the plate, John Giantonio now on the mound for Pascack Hills. Top of the 7th. Foul ball, 3-2. And this one will stay fair, it looks like. It's too high to do anything, but it will drop foul. Got me scared a little bit because Cho was coming back like it was fair. They let it drop. "3-2 for Malachi. On deck, Mason Nagel. But Giantonio can send him back to the dugout and to the bottom of the 7th right here. Ball 4. Runners on first and second. Here's Mason Nagel. That one fouled off. 0-1. Swing and a miss for Nagel. 0-2. They just need one more. Got it! Middle of the seventh. All tied, 7-7. We'll see what the Broncos can do in the final, potentially the final frame. Bottom seventh, tied at 7. Ire Hashimoto, a junior, is the new pitcher for Riverdale. So far this season has logged 55 pitches over 3 innings, has a 7.00 ERA, no strikeouts, 2 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, and 1 walk and 1 hit by pitch recorded. Sun is about to set. We're reaching that golden hour kind of thing, and Corey Ginsberg is at the plate. He has 1 home run so far. Takes ball 1. Takes ball 2. I want a called strike, 2-1. That one fouled off, 2-2. It's been a back and forth game. Ginsberg had a home run earlier to make it 4-3. Then Cho had the 3-run home run to make it 7-4. Now we are at 7-7. 3-2, the count for Ginsberg. Ground ball. Nunez comes up, bare hand, off the bag, safe. Big leadoff hit for Corey Ginsberg. And now it's Dean Lauricella. We get a little bit of a pause. And it's Lauricella now. And Ginsburg will be pinch ran for by, not sure yet. I would guess Noah Lefkowitz. But it is Dean Lauricella at the plate, the senior. He's showing bunt. Takes it back. Throw to first. Too high. Runner's going to go, and he will get to second in time. And that looks to me to be number 3, Gavin O'Donnell. None out. 1-0 count. O'Donnell in scoring position. Lauricella at the plate. Takes the bunt away again. 2-0. Shows bunt a third time. Got it down the first base line, but it's a 2-1 count. Bunt, fair. O'Donnell to third. 1 out. Kyle Marquise at the plate. His junior teammate, Gavin O'Donnell, 1 base away from a win. That one, a ball, 1-0. That one fouled off. 1-1. One and one with O'Donnell 90 feet away. That was close to hitting him. Did not. It will be a ball. 2-1. Potential for a base hit. It drops! O'Donnell comes in. Walk it off! A wonderful game. Final score 8-7. Pascack Hills in a back and forth shootout with the win over Riverdale. Their second of the season, first in the league, their league opener. And Riverdale drops their first of the season. They're 3-1 now. A great game. It's a bit cold, but it's been a pleasure to bring it to you. We thank you for joining us. We're off for the next week and a half. Back, I believe, with baseball on April the 21st. For now, from Montvale for the next 10 days, this is Matthew Merlino. So long. Here with three guys that I'm Matthew Merlino here with three Pascack Hills baseball players who played a big part in the win against Riverdale today. It's cold out here, so I want to get this done quick. First, Emerson Cho, who made a 3-run home run to put Hills up by 3. Fortunately, that lead went away in the top of the 7th, but still a huge homer that set the momentum for the rest of the game. How does it feel to be that kind of player?
It feels great, I was going into that bat knowing I was going to do damage. He threw me 2 balls. My timing felt real good on those pitches, and threw me a cookie down the middle, and I didn't miss it. I felt real good about that swing too.
Big win. Thank you very much. Good luck. Another man who went yard today, Corey Ginsberg, the senior, was also on the mound for a little bit. Come on in a little closer. Yeah, you can go. A little big smash for you, Corey, and a nice outing on the mound. Any thoughts after the game today?
Just a good win for the team. Hope to build on that, get a few more.
All right. And one last player, the one who sealed it for Hills, junior Kyle Marquise with the walk-off hit, bringing in Gavin O'Donnell to win the game. You made the play of the game. How does it feel, Kyle?
I just went to the at-bat, just trying to get the guy in. I did the job, and feels good.
Did the job really well. Congrats. Good luck. See you later.
See you too.
And thanks for joining us here on this Wednesday afternoon. I'm off for the next week and a half, unfortunately. We wish luck to all of our Hills sports teams. So long from Montvale. Thank you for watching this presentation of PH Athletics. For more information, head to hills.pascack.org/athletics.